to Lens of Malaysia, where we dive into crucial topics. As usual, I'm your host, Nisya. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we will have EduTalk, Technology in Education, a Path to Equality. This topic is very important for our nation's future. There are a few things to discuss and discover with our special guest today. We will talk about what are the issues of inequality arising from socio-cultural diversity in schools and how these issues impact students' educational opportunities. And the most interesting part is how do digital technologies address those issues? To help us unpack this important topic, we are honored to have an experienced and passionate educator with us. Please give a warm welcome to Puan Ana, a dedicated senior teacher with 20 years of experience working with students from diverse backgrounds. Okay, you may sit.
Thank you, Nisha, for inviting me. I feel so honored to have been here today with Lens of Malaysia.
Oh, you are welcome. We are honored to have you two here. Before we dive deeper into the issues, let us understand the concept of socioculture. Socioculture is a practice that reflects the lifestyle and civilization of a society emerging from the beliefs and the tendencies of that society in shaping its social development. Puan Ana, would you like to add what are the examples of socio-cultural diversity?
Yes, of course. Socio-cultural diversity also includes ethnicity, language, customs, gender, race, social structure, and belief.
Thank you, Puan Ana, for those examples. Now that we have understood socio-cultural diversity, let's talk about the issues of inequality due to socio-cultural diversity in schools. I will begin with the first issues, which is the language barrier. In Malaysian schools, as we all know, language plays a crucial role in shaping students' learning experiences. Students who struggle with the national language or English may find it difficult to fully engage in lessons, leading to gaps in understanding and performance. For example, when a teacher is teaching Bahasa Melayu in a Chinese vernacular school, some of them might have difficulty mastering the language and vocabulary. This may cause them to face problems to score the standardized national exams because their mother tongue is Chinese. They could also have some difficulties mastering subjects like science and mathematics, as these subjects are taught in English. This language barrier often results in certain groups of students being left behind academically.
Absolutely, Nisha. Language is deeply tied to identity and access to knowledge. Moreover, teachers' treatment towards students of diverse background also contributes to this issue. For instance, teachers might favor students who are more vocal in class compared to the quieter students. This can affect classroom dynamics, students' participation, and even self-esteem. Furthermore, there are some cases in which teachers show bias towards students from low-income families where they favor those who have higher social status.
That is such a critical point explained by Puan Ana. Thank you very much. I hope teachers try their best to treat their students equally regardless of their background or their personalities.
Couldn't agree more with what you have said, Nisha. Teachers are like second parents to the student. They should care for them equally.
So true. Moving on, gender and ethnicity also contribute to educational inequality. The hidden curriculum in school may indirectly portray gender roles. Gender stereotypes influence subject choices, with boys encouraged toward STEM fields such as science and mathematics, and girls towards art or humanities. Moreover, in some cultures, they tend to think or believe that women do not have to study very hard because they are not encouraged to work after finishing school. However, boys are often encouraged to further their studies to a higher level to secure high paying jobs after completing their studies. Am I right, Puan Ana?
Very true, Nisha. The mindset of gender roles is still practiced in today's society, especially for those from the rural areas.
Thank you, Puan Ana, for your insightful points. Well said. It is clear that socio-cultural diversity issues such as language barrier, teacher treatment, and gender ethnicity should be tackled at an earlier stage as they could impact students negatively.
You are welcome.
Welcome back to the next segment of today's episode. We are going to look into the impacts of socio-cultural diversity towards students' educational opportunities. Inequality in education isn't just about who gets better facilities or resources, it affects how well students perform, their confidence in learning, and their choices of success in the future. For some, education is a stepping stone to bigger opportunities, but for others, the lack of access to quality education becomes a major roadblock. So, how does this inequality shape their future and what does it mean for our society? Puan Ana, what are your thoughts on this matter?
One of the biggest challenges in education is the stark difference in academic performance between students with higher income and low income families. Wealthier students have the advantage of private tutoring, high quality learning materials, and better equipped schools, while students from disadvantaged backgrounds struggle to access the same quality of education. Over time, these gaps create major differences in learning outcomes. Students who fall behind early often struggle to catch up, which limits their opportunity for higher education and career advancement. Research has shown that students from higher socio-economic backgrounds consistently perform better due to their greater access to quality schools, tutoring, and learning resources.
Thank you, Puan Ana. I would like to add some points from based on Puan Ana's explanation. And once students fall behind due to these challenges, catching up becomes even harder. But beyond academics, this inequality affects more than just grades. It shapes students' confidence, motivation, and even their social interactions. Puan Ana, how does this inequality impact students on an emotional level?
Students who lack access to the same learning tools as their peers often feel frustrated, embarrassed, or for some, they even feel discouraged. Based on my experience of facing the unfortunate students, they struggle to complete their homework, participate in group work, and perform well in assessment, which lowers their confidence over time. Some students even avoid class discussion because they feel inferior to their peers who have more resources. This isn't just about individual learning struggles, it affects their overall motivation and engagement in school.
I totally agree with you. Many of these students may develop low self-esteem, believing that they are not as capable as their wealthier peers. This can lead to feelings of isolation, making it difficult for them to form strong friendship with peers from higher income families. It creates division in the classroom, leading to social segregation and reduced interaction between students from different backgrounds.
That's right, Nisha. If students lose motivation in school, they are more likely to drop out or struggle in their future careers. This is why intervention is so important.
Exactly. That brings us to an even bigger concern. Puan Ana, I would like to ask, beyond school, how do these inequalities affect students' future careers and economic opportunities?
The biggest concern is that students from low income backgrounds are often locked out of high paying careers in STEM, finance, and high tech industries. Studies highlight that without proper educational support, these students not only struggle emotionally but also face greater challenges in securing better job opportunities. And this isn't just a Malaysian issue, it's a global problem. A study in England found that students with better access to quality education tend to secure higher paying careers, reinforcing how education plays a crucial role in economic mobility. Plus, this isn't just about missing out on good career, it's a cycle that keeps poverty in place. When students struggle with digital learning or higher education, they fall behind, and as a result, they are more likely to end up in low paying jobs. This limits their ability to break free from financial hardship, affecting not just their own future, but also the economy as a whole.
Thank you, Puan Ana. That was a very deep explanation. Therefore, I believe educational inequality isn't just an individual problem, it's a national issue. If Malaysia doesn't close these educational gaps, we all will struggle to develop a skilled workforce, to attract high value industries, and even to compete in the global economy.
You are right, Nisha. So, addressing this issue isn't just important, but it is urgent.
Now that we have explored the issues and impacts of educational inequality, let's discuss how digital technology can help bridge this gap, especially in Malaysia's diverse socio-cultural landscape. Digital devices and e-learning platforms play a crucial role in addressing these challenges. For example, platforms like Delima, which stands for Digital Educational Learning Initiative Malaysia, provide interactive lessons, allowing students to learn at their own pace and revisit difficult concepts in any subjects. Students can now access various educational materials via this platform that help them to revise and understand better after the lesson taught in a physical classroom. What's your take on this matter, Puan Ana?
Thank you, Nisha. You absolutely right. E-learning platforms and digital tools like Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams enable the students and teacher to be in collaborative learning. Students they can engage in group projects and discussion without the constraints of physical distance. They can also get immediate personalized feedback from their teachers that will help them to learn from their mistakes. What about language barriers? Do you know any kind of platforms that can help with that, Miss Isha?
That is a very good question. I would love to share because I myself have experienced using these apps, and I believe that many schools or teachers have already incorporated these apps in their classroom. Educational apps such as Duolingo, Lingodia, and Quizzes are fantastic for helping students improve their proficiency in Bahasa Melayu and English in a fun and interactive way. Plus, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many teachers use online videos with dual language subtitles to help students understand subjects like science and mathematics. However, Puan Ana, I do have concerns about students with different academic abilities. How can technology support them?
Okay, for this one, digital platforms offer personalized learning experience that cater the student of varying abilities. For example, we have Han Academy and KPM EduWeb TV. We allow students to choose content based on their skills levels. Advanced students they can access to higher level content, while weaker students they can take additional practice sections at their own pace. So this flexibility helps students to achieve more without overwhelming them, so narrowing the achievement gap between the higher achiever and the low achiever, or maybe for those who have different abilities. Do you think teachers and schools are adapting well to these digital tools, Nisha?
Well, from what I have observed, teachers play a vital role as facilitators, guiding students in using technology effectively. Integrating tools like Padlet, Mentimeter in lessons ensures that both vocal and quieter students have a platform to express their ideas and creativity. Schools also need to provide essential infrastructure such as reliable internet connection and digital devices.
That's true, Nisha. Additionally, digital literacy programs are essential. Workshops conducted by the Ministry of Education have trained teachers nationwide to use tools like Google Workspace for education, enhancing their ability to engaging online lesson.
Thank you, Puan Anna, for those very brilliant insights. It is clear that when used effectively, digital technology can break down barriers and create more equitable learning experiences. While technology has the potential to create equal opportunities, the reality is not all students have equal access to it. To truly understand the challenges, let's take a look at this short clip.
This is the reality of many students in Malaysia, especially for those who are from diverse backgrounds due to cultural differences, financial struggles, and even family expectation can make learning even harder. A 2024 survey of 500 low-income households in Kuala Lumpur's public housing estates by Khazanah Research Institute found that many families have limited access to digital devices and reliable internet, making it difficult for the children to participate in online learning. This means that while other students are benefiting from technology, some students might be left behind.
Thank you, Puan Anna, for your explanation. Very true. Even though we have digital technologies, we still have disparities among students in achieving equitable education access. Oh, we have received an interesting comment from one of our viewers. How can we tackle the technology disparity in education? Wow, that's a really important question. What are some practical ways we can bridge this gap and ensure every student benefits from digital learning, Puan Anna?
That's a great question. Thank you to the viewer. Teachers are on the front line of this issue, and they play a crucial role in making sure no student get left behind in digital learning. When used effectively, technology isn't just a tool, but it is a powerful bridge toward educational equality. To tackle this, teachers must adapt by using blended learning approaches, for example, incorporating the alternative digital tools, and undergoing targeted training to maximize student engagement.
I completely agree, Puan Anna. Blended learning is one of the best ways to ensure inclusivity in education. To make this work, teachers can tailor their strategies based on student access to technology. For example, For those students with full digital access, teachers can assign interactive exercises through platforms like KPM Delima, like we have discussed previously, and Google Classroom and other e-learning tools, while teachers may use pre-recorded lessons and digital storytelling tools can be used to support their learning for those with limited access, and focus on project-based learning or offline reading materials if students do not have technology access. This way, students remain engaged in learning. But another issue is that not all teachers feel confident using digital tools. How can we ensure that teachers are well prepared for digital education, especially in today's 21st century?
That's a key concern, Nisha. Many teachers were originally trained to use digital platforms effectively, and some still struggles to integrate technology into their lesson. However, Malaysia has made significant efforts to equip both students and teachers with the necessary digital skills. For example, we have initiatives like One Bestari Net and the Lima that you have mentioned earlier on, which made significant strides in digital education. The One Bestari Net project provided high-speed internet access, while the Lima enables students and teachers to access digital content, collaborate online, and track their progress. As of January 2023, 4.27 million students and 445,883 teachers have actively used the Lima. Additionally, the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, is working to scale up digital learning spaces through public-private partnerships. The goal is to bridge the digital divide, particularly for students in underprivileged and rural areas, by expanding access to digital learning tools and dedicated learning spaces. But having digital tools isn't enough. Teacher training and peer support are crucial to ensure effective digital learning. The MOE, Ministry of Education, has introduced digital training workshops, peer sharing platforms, and hands-on professional development programs to help educators feel more confident and skilled in integrating technology into their teaching to make digital learning become more effective, inclusive, and accessible for all students regardless of their background.
Absolutely, Puan Ana. I am glad to hear that the Lima is fully utilized in schools. But even with well-trained teachers, some schools still lack the infrastructure to support digital learning effectively. That's why schools themselves must act as digital hubs, providing students with proper learning spaces where they can access computers, tablets, and digital learning tools after class hours, allowing students to study without needing internet access at home. Hence, students will always have a place to access technology no matter their home situation. We have another interesting comment. But learning doesn't just happen in schools. Students also need support from their communities. Is that true? May I need your opinion, Puan Ana?
Thank you for the question. Actually, it is a very insightful comment. The community plays a vital role in bridging the digital gap, sometimes in a way that even schools and teachers cannot do. For example, maybe the community, they can provide public libraries, also the mosques and community centers. They can offer free Wi-Fi and quiet study spaces, ensuring students have a safe environment for digital learning. NGO and technology companies can also help by providing subsidized internet plans or donating refurbished laptops or gadgets to the student, so that both access and gadget can be provided to the students in every families. Doesn't matter they are living in rural areas, suburban or urban. Additionally, I would like to add this one also. For parents, they can also contribute actually. For example, they can have like interaction between the schools and the parents. The school can organize digital literacy workshops to help parents better support the children's learning at home. When the community step in, digital learning becomes more accessible, even to every child and not just the privileged one.
That's a very great point, Puan Ana. Thank you very much. It's clear that teachers, schools, and the community must work together to bridge the digital gap and thus achieve educational equality. When students have the right support, whether from trained teachers, well-equipped schools, or an engaged community, technology becomes a powerful equalizer in education rather than a privilege for only a few. We have come to an end to our discussion today. I would like to conclude today's discussion. It is clear that technology and education together hold the key to bridging learning gaps, ensuring that every student, regardless of background, can thrive. Teachers, schools, and communities all must collaborate to make digital tools accessible and empowering.
Exactly, Nisha. By integrating technology into education and supporting students from all walks of life, we can unlock their full potential and create a future where no child is left behind.
So true. Technology empowers education. Together, let's bridge the gap for every student. Thank you everyone for paying attention to our session today. I'm Nisha, your host, signing off.